Championship week is here, and we first take a look at this Friday's clash between Palm Springs and Rancho Verde for the Central Division CIF title. It's a battle between two undefeated teams that are putting everything on the line as Palm Springs goes for their second CIF win in 3 years, while Rancho Verde looks to rebound from last year's loss to Colton in the finals.
I mean, it's no secret they pretty much are an automatic 40-point per game type offense, but you guys are no slouches on defense. You had, what, 5 zeros on the board this season? So
yeah, I mean, we were got 9 running clocks in the fourth quarter this year, and then we've only allowed 21 points for the whole playoffs, and so that's 7 points a game. I mean, it's going to be tough to us, to stop a team that can do both things well. Through the playoffs, we've had teams that ran well or passed well, but they never did both of them well. And this, Rancho Verde does, and so that's the whole thing that we have to focus on is that make them make some mistakes and capitalize on those mistakes.
I mean, so many weapons on offense for them. How do you try and contain them?
Well, yeah, it's like the old adage, if you don't have the ball, you can't be good. And so, we got to control the ball on our side of the line. We have to make sure that we just, score every time, either a field goal or a touchdown every time we get to touch it, and keep ourselves in the game. I mean, a lot of their games they've been tied at halftime, and then all of a sudden they come back second half and just explode for 35 points in one quarter or something like that. So that's what we're looking to do.
Hernandez, their quarterback, is no slouch either. I mean, you lead the team in tackles. I'm sure you're going to be trying to blitz him and put a lot of pressure on him because that's going to be the key, not letting him have too much time to sit back in the pocket.
Yeah, I think we can't let him have time to sit there and pick apart our coverage because we can't depend on those guys for that long, and we gotta help them out by getting some pressure on them, and we just got to mix it up in the game.
They have plenty of dangerous wide receivers. I mean, you're going to be one of the guys that's in charge of shutting them down. Have you been watching a lot of their receivers closely on film?
Yeah, we as a team, we watch a lot of film. Individually, I go home and watch quite a lot of film. Look at their routes and their timing and their footwork, and hopefully, we can slow them down and limit their catches.
There's a lot of talk about their offense, but what do you see in their defense? How does their defense rack up to your guys' defense?
They're saying really they're fast, they're physical. Both offenses score a lot, but main thing is defense wins games. So I think it's going to be the team that probably forces more turnovers, or the team that makes less mistakes that ends up winning the game.
And you guys were there last year on the doorstep, couldn't get it done. I imagine this year you guys got to be as hungry as ever.
Absolutely. Every year's a new year, but certainly the kids that played in that game last year are looking forward to, and they kind of know what to expect and how we need to go about our business and try to get this done.
Palm Springs, you guys, they have a great defense. They've shut out several teams this year. They haven't faced an offense quite as good as your guys', though, many would say, but many would also say you guys maybe haven't faced a defense quite as good as theirs. Do you think it'll kind of be a clash between the two?
It certainly looks that way. Yeah, they're real stingy. They may be giving up a touchdown or so a game, if that, and their offense scores over 40 a game. So, I mean, hopefully we can keep it close and maybe try to squeak it out at the end.
And Carlos, you're pretty much the key to the offense. If you have time to make your throws, you have the capability to easily make big gains with 50-yard passes. I mean, what do you see Palm Springs, from what you've seen on film of them, kind of applying the pressure to you?
Yeah, they do rush around 4 or 5 guys almost every time, so just gotta be ready for that. And they have really smart players on defense. It's a good athletic team, so we just gotta be ready.
Last week they stumbled a little bit against Carter, kind of almost nearly let the game pass away on turnovers. Did you guys take anything away from that?
No, teams had their struggles. We're not going to just think because he had a little hiccup in the game that they're going to be that team. They can come with a whole nother mentality, so we got to keep our heads on straight.
Be sure to head out to the game on Friday night at 7:30 at Ralph Watts Stadium in Palm Springs. Reporting for the Press Enterprise, I'm Chris Erkley.